Alright, if y'all need a bathroom, get some to drink, go right ahead. And we'll get this going here.
Yeah, I should probably go pee. So, be right back.
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Alright.
May not be alcoholic. Because you know!
Those are my co-hosts. I've got a good feeling it's going to be a fun episode. As in, we're not going to accomplish anything at all. It's one of those days where, like, things have kind of gone sour, and I just can't help but laugh. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, it's a bummer about Sweet Apple LakersCon. But I tell you what, I'm extremely excited for BronyCon. If you guys are going, you know, don't hesitate to say hi to me there, because I would love to say hi to you all, and shake your hands and grab your wrist in a manly fashion. Man, I'm all out of creamer too, so I can't make coffee. Like, I don't want to drink my coffee black. I want to have cream and sugar, and I don't have either of those. I think in the show we'll discuss a little bit about the convention circuit for ponies right now, because that's been of topic as of late. I mean, what do you all think? Do y'all feel like there's too many pony conventions? I mean, I'm interested. A lot of people say no.
Oh.
I asked them, do they think there's too many pony conventions? I feel like, I should probably say this for the show, but I feel like the word convention is loosely used. Like, a lot of these things are just meet-up groups that are really big, and that I admire their gumption for trying to become conventions, and there are some who really have what it takes, but I don't know. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
I think the problem is that a couple of these conventions treat themselves like glorified meetups, and they plan it as such. They're not treating it like a business, which means that, like, you have to realize that some things can be covered and other things can't, and manage your budget wisely, otherwise you're going to be in the red at the end, or not even be able to run. Experience
is key. It really is.
I feel like Fiesta did it well. Like, they came out fine, they did their con, they knew what they were supposed to be doing, and that's all there is to it. If you know your con's going to fail, end it before it's too quick. I don't know, I mean... Yeah, I guess SAC could never really known that they were going to get their contract shoved off, but the fact that they were fumbling around even in the past, like, just because places were dropping them.
Because they switched the locations a month ago, so...
I mean, sometimes I look at this, I hate using the word drama because it's just like, it's so overused, but like, it makes me feel like I'm walking through the grocery store and I'm about to go to the checkout line and I see like Entertainment Weekly or People Magazine and it's like the latest news and gossip about this person, blah 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 blah, why we love them or hate them. It's like, oh my god, it's just ponies, my god, and the amount of people who care are extremely, it's like maybe a couple thousand at most, because the majority of bronies don't care. They don't care. They watch the show. They might check out a fan-made video and that's it. The minority people who care is just so small. It's ridiculous. That's why I always kind of roll my eyes and it's like, oh, this person said some bad things about me on Twitter and got 3 favorites on their tweet. Oh, stop the presses. 3 favorites. That's a considerable amount of people who are in favor of what that person said. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Y'all ready to start?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You have some built-up anger issues that I think you need resolved. Go to counseling. Go to Brony counseling. That should be another panel that they throw up.
You know what? They probably would have it too.
They have Brony couples as one of the panels. I checked that out on the forum.
Support group.
You know, we should go to Brony couples. You know, BVids, you and I, and just I'll be like flamboyant. And you
no,
can
you and race.
In Russia, that'll get you arrested. Supposedly, that's what they're doing now. They're arresting tourists even who are openly gay in Russia.
Really?
Yeah.
Good job, Russia. Good job. Russia's such a mystery. Die, you want to mess with me? I spit hot bush while I'm crushing these beats.
They'll chill with Snowden, but then like at any point they'll just snap and be like, "Fuzzy missiles." But I'm like tired.
That country's a mystery to me. I can't figure out what their motives are. I really can't.
You never can.
Like they're a superpower, but they're like don't even know what they're doing. They become stagnant, which is interesting. But this is Brony Breakdown, not political science breakdown. So let's get to the show. Hey guys, I'm Saberspark. Welcome to Brony Breakdown.
And I'm Paleo.
And this is our special guest and good friend.
His BVids.
Yeah.
BVids.
His host wasn't able to show up for their show today. Jay Holler was busy helping some other friends out in real life, so we'll let
I just begged Saber on the phone. I said, "Saber, please let me on your show." And then he said, "I will let you grace our great show with you.
I will allow it once."
You just lift up your mutton paw from your fucking from your chicken.
My mutton paw.
Your mutton paw. It's what you hold your mutton with.
I'm a dog. I got paws now.
You do well at a Renaissance festival.
I would. I just need to put on like a Shakespearean hat and get rid of my
turkey leg.
Get rid of my flip flops. I'm good to go. Yeah, but BVids is joining us tonight. Let's go ahead and get into it. News. You said there's 2 things on the list, Paleo, right?
Yes.
What's the first one?
BronyCon's schedule was released.
I'm so glad they released it like weeks in advance.
Yeah.
They should have had it up months ago, but I guess the main point is, well, I guess no. That's wrong. How can they really do that?
What?
I was just saying, like, I remember for a long time people were wondering what all the panels were going to be and all the events, and that's kind of like a crowd draw for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't know what's happening there or, like, who's attending, that's the other thing. Like, there still needs to be a couple of announcements first.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
What's confusing me is, like, why they haven't announced all the guests yet.
Yeah. This is what's the positives of, like, let's say if they have a big name like Tara Strong or Megan McCarthy. Why would they hold that back until now?
Yeah, why would they hold it back, like, 2 weeks before the con?
I figured if I was in charge, which, I'm not, I'm just saying, like, to me, it makes more sense to announce the big names. That way people who are on the fence...
Yeah, the big names first.
People who are on the fence are like, oh, okay, now I want to go to this con because that big name's going. Because they have a couple of slots they haven't announced yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing who it's going to be. We already know who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Peter or Andrea. There's a couple of writers out there they still have, who can be potentially announced. And a couple of voice actors as well. But, I mean, the way I look at it, and just, I guess, to me, it seems that they should be able to get one of the big names. And by big names, it's either going to be Ashley Ball and her band, or Tara Strong, or Megan McCarthy. One of those 3. Maybe 2 of the 3. Who knows? I might be wrong. But I feel like
saying of who's getting announced?
Yeah, I feel like one of those 3 will be announced. Because there isn't really that big name yet who's like kind of the big draw. Not to belittle the people who've been announced so far, but usually there's that ringer who's like, okay.
To be honest, Saber, though, look at every video we got received that was like, why I'm going to BronyCon. None of them pretty much said it was because of the voice actors.
I know, I know.
They wanted to see other bronies and have a big, like, fun time.
I know, and that's fine. I'm the same way.
I still think that's the #1 draw for
I
these
know,
cons.
I know, but still, you have to... I don't know. I think it's a little bit 50-50.
Yeah, I mean...
It's cool to see your friends. I mean, that's the biggest reason why I go, is to meet up with my friends and hang out. If they go
to be honest, if your only purpose to go to the con is to see one of these big names and that's it, then it kind of sucks.
Well, for a lot of these people, this is the first time going to a con. Like, a lot of them couldn't make it to the BronyCon of 2012, the summer one, and they've been waiting up for this one. Because this is the big one. This is the largest con ever been held by Bronies. So.
Well, then my opinion is, if you go to these cons, then you should definitely bring a friend or something, or do something, or meet up with people, because panels are fun and all, but if you need to share it with somebody.
Hold the phone. I looked over to the right on my Twitter, and I saw that the #1 thing trending right now. No, I can't even talk.
Right near.
Right near.
No, you can't talk like me, like.
Golly. Sharknado is the #1 thing trending right now.
Oh yeah.
Sharknado.
We gotta watch that on screen.
What? Isn't that the one where there's like a tornado with sharks being flung around everywhere?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. But
we can watch that tonight if you want.
Is it out? Is it live?
I could probably find it.
Sharknado.
Let me see if Noob Room has it.
That's pretty awesome. A bunch of sharks like being flung around everywhere. It's like forget about debris going through your face. You got a shark coming right at you. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry for getting off topic. So, yeah, I guess I don't know. In my eyes, it seems that when it comes to the staff, a big con can usually get one of the ringers to show up to the con. That's just me. That's just
all
me.
they have is eagle versus shark.
Eagle versus shark? What's that
Oh,
about?
versus shark.
I don't want to know what that is.
Eagle
either.
versus shark? You ever see the one where it had the megalodon fighting a giant alligator crocodile?
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
great. I loved that. That was fantastic.
Anyways, continue on.
Oh, did you ever see the one where it had a shark you can walk on land, and the humans in the movies, their solution's like, that's a shark you can walk on land. What we need is a tank that can walk.
What?
Yes! Yes! They had a tank, and it had 4 legs spread out, and the tank was on the beach, and it walked up, and it kicked the shark in the face. It's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's a tank!
Hey,
it has got guns!
Saber, go watch Pacific Rim this weekend and then tell me.
Why in the world do they need giant robots in that movie? What? Do they not know what missiles are?
Screw you, man. Why not giant robots?
No,
that
it
can
doesn't make. I look forward to seeing them fight. Don't get me wrong on that. But I can't imagine where it's like, okay, you got jet fighters and missiles, and why do you need a giant robot? What? Because it punches harder?
You have to suspend your disbelief and be like, robots fighting giant monsters is way cooler than jets firing missiles. And you know this. It's
Yep.
like rules of Michael Bay or something.
All right, fair
He always
enough.
puts giant robots in there, regardless of the fact that he has much more explosions. The explosions complement the robots. 'Cause
you know what's
they're
great?
cooler. I'm going on a dialogue about why explosions and robots pair so well together. I need to
You
stop.
want to know what's great? Is the fact that on Tumblr they have pictures of different countries, like
Yeah.
with their
I've
robots.
seen those.
Like Canada's like social
You ever see
welfare.
the puns one?
Yeah, I saw that one with
All
Iran.
the puns.
Yeah, that was great. Well, which country do you feel like would have the worst robot? Well, I guess one of the third world countries.
Both countries, Togo.
Oh God, it's the Somalian robot. It's made of real plywood.
It's made of real pirates.
North Korea robot. Hey, North Korea's on the Pacific Rim. Why aren't they fighting?
They probably are in the movie.
It's a good old big old Kim Jong-il robot shoots fire out of its mouth and it walks 2 feet forward and collapses.
You know Charlie's in that movie? Charlie Day, the guy who does It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
He's in that movie.
Yeah, he's in that movie.
I
He's
know
like
that.
one of the scientists who helps like develop the robots.
You know, there's a scene
Wow.
that really took me off in the commercial where it had one of the giant robots walking through a city and it was dragging an oil tanker along, and it's like, that is so disproportionate. Like, it hurts. An oil tanker
Yeah.
is huge. Like, huge. Why is it dragging an oil tanker? Ah, whatever. I look forward to checking it out. I mean, you're right.
Okay.
Sustain your disbelief. Just have fun with it.
It's an 8-lane highway going right through the city. That's what he's dragging the oil tanker on.
Thank God for this
makes-
huge road in this urban environment. Thank God for I-75.
Yeah, so like the real problem of the whole movie isn't the monsters, it's trying to maneuver through the city and be like, oops, oh, I'm sorry, I'm moving past you, kind of like moving out of like aisles in a movie theater. It's like, I don't want to rub my butt against you, but I'm sorry, I gotta get through to the bathroom.
I mean, the movie's worth checking out because, like, the one thing that won me over actually was the rocket fist, where it's like, yeah, that's. I saw another one where this guy had like spinning hands of death, like propellers, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Rocket fist. That is just awesome. All right, so BronyCon.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to that. All right, so next on the news is
We didn't even talk about their schedule.
oh. Okay, let's talk about their schedule. I heard an
I know
echo.
there's a few things I want to see on Friday and Saturday, and also we're going. Our panel for Brony Breakdown is going to be one of the last panels of the con.
Yeah, close that con out in
Yeah,
style.
like right before closing ceremonies.
I'm now involved in 5 panels and I don't know what went wrong. How did
Name them.
I'm in the Mystery Science Theater 3001. I'm in the Whose Line Is It Any Pony one. I'm doing the PMV judging panel. We're doing the It's Not Anthology 3 teaser trailer panel. And then I may be involved in one other one that someone's going to invite me on.
Well then.
So we'll
we should invite you to Brony Breakdown just to make it 6, just so you can be like, I have been part of 6 panels.
Wait, if what Paleo was saying was right the other night, it should compound interest into all the tickets that I'm owed, and I'll be able to like let everyone into the con for free, just sit outside and just be raining tickets down like it's freaking money, and just
badges for everyone.
Thing is, people don't for the chat. If you're part of a panel, you get yourself covered. If you're part of multiple panels, the rumor here is that you can cover other people's tickets as well. So yeah, if that's the case, then BVids can get like 10 people into or more, right?
who wants to go to the con?
Who wants to save $70?
Come on out.
I'm looking forward. I'd say that though. I've been to a lot of these pony conventions, and not to sound like a jerk, but a lot of the VA panels I've grown jaded. Where I've heard their stories. I know it backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I know what they're gonna say.
So I'm excited that they have a bunch of new panels that are like, they're really just far out as far as the subject goes, but that's fun to me because I want to check out those panels. Like things like there's one that caught my attention. What was it? Ugh. Like full.
Up the schedule. They have it on their website now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Take a look here.
Yeah. I know that Ponycraft was one.
Yeah, I want to check that one out.
Yeah.
Because Saber is a huge StarCraft fan.
And I'm horrible at the game, so it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're just gonna mop the floor with you, and you're gonna be like,
I'm just gonna six pool them with Zerglings and just cheese my way to victory.
jeez.
Yeah, they're going to have a demo up for it, so you should go check that out.
I will. I definitely will. Like opening ceremonies, meeting the Everfree Network, military ponies, the magic, friendship-based magic spinners. That's the dancing one, I think.
Yeah.
I honestly am not entirely sure. I'm looking forward to seeing Brony Curious's panel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool things out there. A lot of panels. Like, you will not be bored. If you are, then go to the aquarium or something. I don't know.
Yes, go to the aquarium.
I'm excited. All right, let's move on to the next subject then.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we have another panel as well.
What's that?
The documentary panel.
I hear an echo in the background, by the way.
You do?
Or I hear some audio in the
I
background.
was hearing it too.
Yeah. Actually, I was hearing it too, so who was it?
I don't have anything playing, and I know my speakers aren't out.
Everything's going crazy. All right, let's move on then. So yes, Straight Up Lakers Con unfortunately has been canceled. Paleo, would you care to elaborate on that?
Yes. So Matt, Tom, which are DD Pony and Brony Curious, actually Tom wasn't informed. Matt was informed while he was at work. I was checking with one of the people who was pretty much taking care of me and Matt for the convention of making sure like everything was going, and I asked her around, I want to say around 6 o'clock yesterday or earlier, something like that. I asked her just to make sure that we were covered for the hotel room from Thursday night to Monday morning, and she said, "Yeah, that's covered." And then Matt was in the con chat or the guest chat, and she basically told everybody that she was stepping down and that she advised people not to go on their plans. So we were like, oh, okay.
In a nutshell, it sounds like the con itself had some financial issues, and the hotel pulled back the contract, and that a lot of these guests were jumping ship when you were one of those guests.
Yeah.
It was also the fact that the con itself had the problem that the event, like, in their contract said that they weren't going to collect money until after the con, but then they decided to switch that completely and just say, no, you know what? No, we're going to change the contract and say that you have to pay us up front. And that couldn't be done. So they didn't have the money to go ahead with it.
I'm glad the con canceled out before it actually went up live. Like, that would have been a disaster. That would have been Sweet Apple, not Sweet Apple Acres. That would have been LPU all over again.
But it was Sweet Apple Acres. Yeah.
I give them credit for closing down. That they could have tried to make it work, and it could have been a bigger disaster. So let this be a lesson to those who are wanting to start their own con or a meetup group. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of financial prowess. So
Yeah.
know the
And
numbers.
there was actually a video that someone linked in the EFN chat yesterday or last night, and I put it on my Tumblr and everything. And
What was it?
It was from someone who worked on the staff. It was like the stage manager from Everfree Northwest. He was working there this past weekend, and he was just like trying to put his opinion out there on how what he's been seeing. And one thing he said is that really I really agree with is he said that it's okay to go into something like this for fun, but you have to take it seriously, because it is like a convention.
It's a business.
Convention is a business.
Yep. It is a business. And I guess for those who are wondering, like, Final Draft and EFN kind of got their names dragged through the mud, too, with all this business. And it's silly. It really bugs me because of how pathetically, like, not important it is worth talking about. Like, does that make any sense? Like, there are so many things you can spend your time talking about, but it just goes to show you that people love gossip and drama. Draft prides himself on making EFN a business and providing quality streaming and services to these conventions, and they draw up contract with these conventions to provide their work. And a lot of other media outlets, they do not like EFN, either because they can't compete, or they get the idea that EFN's trying to muscle them out of the picture, which I'm not going to go further into it. All I can say is that, I don't know, I'd rather go to a... If I went to a garage to get my car fixed and some other, like, people from Goodyear walk over and said, "How dare you, I thought we were friends," and walked away, I'd be like, what? No, I went to
I think
this...
people need to be less horse serious.
Yeah. It's like, god dang. I don't know. Whatever. At the end, it's not even really worth talking about because it's so pathetically stupid. It's like one of those weekly entertainment magazines. It's like, seriously, this is celebrity gossip. And the fact that these people are even considered celebrities to begin with is just so sad. Not saying sad for draft. It's like where are your priorities in life, guys? Talk about something different. Talk about other things that's important going on in the world. Dear God. Says the guy making a 3-hour-long documentary about Bronies. I will now eat my slice of humble pie.
Humble pie.
Humble, not humble.
I said humble.
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 That sounds like the name of some old lady from like some Red Robin Hood.
Humbled Stiltskin.
Wait, is it Robin Hood? No. Wait.
Red Robin. What?
No, that's a restaurant. What's the name of the lady who got eaten by a wolf? Red Robin Hood, right?
That was her grandma.
No, Robin Hood's the guy who shoots arrows.
What
Wait,
are you
what?
talking about?
No, we're figuring this. Little Red Riding Hood. Riding Hood. Thank you, Little Red Robin Hood.
Yeah, but that's why I said it was her grandma that got eaten, though.
Yeah, but still, I said the name wrong. Something stuck out there. Little Red Robin
Little
Hood.
Red Robin Hood.
No, it's Red Robins. Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Thank you, Paleo.
Okay.
I love their unlimited fries. All right, let's move on to
Okay,
content.
I do have one last thing to say.
Go right ahead.
And I'll probably expand on it tomorrow because I've been wanting to make a video.
Oh, sheesh.
There is a phrase that has been going around that I think people don't really understand what it means is that when people say don't take the fandom seriously, I think they're very like badly misusing it. And it just reminds me of back in last year when we were at Canela Gardens and we had Sogap on the panel, and
Sogap is so great and powerful for those who don't know.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
musician.
that's so great and powerful. And he had sort of the same intent of like he doesn't like it when people say don't take the fandom seriously, because if you're not going to like take it seriously, then that's just making it of less worth. And
No.
I got
no.
mixed feelings about this.
No, that's definitely not even what the term would mean then. The whole point of the don't take the fandom so seriously is don't freak over little things that create drama for the sake of drama. If you're going to be creating like a generation effect of let's pick up steam with this idea that okay, that draft is the reason why SAC got canceled. And then there's this huge outflow of drama and all these tweets and all this stuff that makes him feel really, really crummy. And it's just pretty much just sent out there just to be kind of like hate things like that. And then you wonder, where is this coming from? And then I just go, well, it's because people are taking this horse fandom too seriously, in the sense that they're saying, let's go out of our way to argue and debate over stuff that, one, they don't even know the facts, and two, it's like trivial. It's saying that it's like EFN is responsible for this kind of stuff. That's the stuff that I think people say that to. They're not saying like artists getting canceled from a con, stop taking this horse fandom so seriously. They're not saying it for things that like people would actually care about. It's for things that like no one cares about, but they generate interest over for no reason. Like, why are people getting mad
okay,
at EFN?
that's
for
more of what
canceling
I
a
was trying to go
contract?
for.
There are some
is
things you
that-
can take seriously and some things you shouldn't take too seriously. It's moderation. It's
Yeah.
picking your
like
battles.
it's like like people keep misusing it, I see, and
I guess what you're trying to say, I'm just going to throw it out there. Are you trying to say, like, just don't roll over and ignore? Like, I mean, there are some things worth standing up for. But at the exact
Right.
same time,
That's-
there are things
Right.
worth not even, like, it's like, rise above it. It's not even worth, don't even waste your breath. Like, I could, okay, for example, back in the day, I had a pretty good amount of people who hated my work, who were, I guess, the anti-bronies. And I was like, okay, I can change their minds and show them that loving and tolerating is the right way. And I'd fight with weeks just trying to persuade them that ponies and bronies aren't all that bad. But they were set in their ways, and they didn't want to hear any of it. They just kept fighting and fighting in the comments. And I've learned that I'm just wasting my time. These people aren't going to change their minds. And even if they did, it's like, I don't know these people in real life. They're just random strangers on the internet. I'm wasting my time. There are going to be people online who just don't like you for whatever, and you can't change them. But you can change the one thing you have control over is whether or not it will bother you. And I told myself, you know what? I'm over it. I'm not going to let it bother me, because I don't care. I'm just wasting my time if I try to change how they think. So, yeah.
yeah. See, the thing is, like, I see people saying things like, "Don't take this fandom so seriously," when, like, I see it like on comments about our documentary, like, "Oh, you're taking this fandom too seriously. You don't need to make a documentary."
No, that's different, because
Yeah.
I personally am a sociologist, and that was for my school, and there were a couple of people, there are a couple of sites that we've actually, like, submitted that to for, in the name of education and doing something academic. That's different. That's absolutely different. Now, somebody saying you wrote, how dare you write this fanfic about my wife, or demand you take it down? That's different.
Wait, wasn't
Yeah.
that your first documentary that you're talking about?
The
Like
second,
that
the
you did for
second
school?
one, my teacher, the second one that we made, my teacher's working with me to get that thing further, to move it along, and maybe get it, like, on Netflix or possibly on some other websites. I need to talk to her. I got an email from her recently, but a lot of that is still, like, WIP, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and also just how people say to, I guess the conventions, because some of the conventions, they're like, oh, don't take this so seriously, or some of the media sites are like, oh, don't take it too seriously. Like, well, if you're not, then why are you even like for Brony Breakdown? Like, I want this show to have, you know, some kind of structure. And I've been rethinking it in my head, and I don't know. I just want to have something fun put together, and
Can I
you
jump in
know,
for a second?
huh? Yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
are you talking about, let's say, if there are a couple of nerds wearing Star Wars outfits walking to Dragon Con, and some sport fanatics are like, wow, what freaks, their priorities are weird? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? Because that I can agree with.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, that's, no, now we're getting to the realm of sociology here, where society, you know, a lot of it's like, I mean, yeah, it's not uncommon to see a guy don his war paint and go to the Super Bowl and get freaking out and drunk and start punching another guy who's not on his team, like, you know, or cheering for his team. That's fine, that's cool. But a guy who has a Pinkie Pie wig on, that's deviant. That's wrong.
I think the only thing that I have to say on the matter is when people say don't take this horse fandom so seriously or whatever in that sense, I'm meaning it more like look at it as like any other show. I know it's not any other show to some people, but like it is to an extent that like if you were to see the Sonic fandom or something else blow drama over some little trivial thing, it becomes like you'd laugh at it and just go, why are they even arguing over this? This makes no sense. Like it seems so trivial. But then when the Brony fandom does it, it's like that's frowned upon to be like, don't look at this with like I don't know, a level head or something like that. Like it seems like people get so sucked into certain things. I'm not talking about like a con ending as being as like, oh well, that's just taking it too seriously. You shouldn't try to get your money back or something like that. Like you're taking it too seriously. It's like when people blow up over little like rumors and things like that, or like for instance what Saber's done in the past, where he's made those videos pretty much calling people out, saying, hey, look, you're overreacting about stuff that's being announced about the show that hasn't even come out yet, or that like you haven't even experienced, so you don't know if it's bad or good, and you're freaking out over it. That's where I would go like, don't take this fandom so seriously, or the horse aspect of it so seriously, because you're just blowing things out of proportion. Like,
just learn to pick your battles and learn to have perspective and just understand there are some things worth, I guess, discussing, and other things that are like just an absolute waste of time. I think we should honestly end it right there. Because we need to practice what we preach. Focus on the good things, like chilling with your friends and fun episodes and the creative content, things like that. That's stuff worth having fun and paying attention to.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on to content. You know, speaking of creative content, let's talk about some. Show it off.
Excuse me.
Bless you. All right, we have 3 songs this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos. Courtesy of
there's
Paleo.
not much this week that I put together.
All right.
And the first one's not really funny, but it's by General Mumble.
Your boyfriend.
Whoa.
It's musical. All right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's all I got to say.
Standing over the line. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
This song, by the way, is called Ring-a-Ding Doggy. Is that what it's called?
Ring it in Doge.
Doge. Oh, mumbles. The British musicians are so weird, but in a good way. They really are. You ever look at their Twitter? They'll be saying things like bat, or things like that. It's like, what are y'all talking about?
Also, this is actually a pretty old song, but he just uploaded it to his channel. It's actually from one of his albums from like January. So, you ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
haven't paused it, so I can move on to the next song. What do y'all think?
Pretty good. I actually liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I really like Mumble stuff. That one has some pretty interesting stuff on it. That album. It's only like 4 songs, but you can download it.
You know, I always asked myself, or wondered, how does a musician come up with a sound? Like, do they just sit down, come up with a melody, and say, huh, that sounds nice and new. I'm going to make this into an actual song and elaborate. Like,
Pretty much. I think that's how it goes.
I literally have no idea. Alright, that is Ring a Ding Doge by General Mumble. Next, we have Sombra's Door by Awkward Marina. Yeah, I didn't know she made something new. Nice.
Yeah, it was actually one of the honorable mentions on top 10. I didn't know she made it either.
I had no idea. She's the one who made
But I thought
that
it was
Anthropology, if I'm correct. Alright, ready?
Yeah. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. You're right, she makes catchy stuff. She reminds me of Mabel from Gravity Falls for some reason.
I see me behind the door, don't know what it is for. Think my dreams have gone away, don't know just what to say. I have tried as best I can and I don't understand. Your voice told me I should go and that is all I know. My worst nightmare right in front of my eyes. And who knew that it was all a disguise? Somebody tell me this is a dream, but door to a world I never have seen.
Ooh, I like that.
Losing beat with every stare, I fly my unaware. Can't help thinking that was real and not just how I feel. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't matter. But it's too late for me to stay, I better save the day. My worst nightmare right in front of my eyes. Who knew that it was all a disguise? Somebody tell me this is a dream, but door to a world I never have seen. Oh!
Alright, let's go ahead and pause it and move on. That was a good song. I like it. It's catchy. Sombra's Door by Awkward Marina. What'd y'all think?
Pretty
Yeah,
decent.
like I said before, it's really catchy.
Remember when there was a time when there were like no female singers in the fandom?
Yes.
As in like
Yep.
as in like the beginning of this year. And then Ali Monty graced our ears and others started showing up.
Yeah, I remember there was that one time that it's the first exposure I really got to a female voice singer in the community who actually like really just floored me with her vocals, and that was that one that would like they just took her singing and she was like in some high-rise apartment in New York. She was singing and some guy was playing the piano in the background. I don't know if
Was
you
that
guys
like the
remember one.
opera pony for people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good, and I was just like, now I'm convinced that like they should have a lot more female like singers within the community doing stuff. At least that was my first exposure to it, just going like,
Oh yeah, there was an opera pony, wasn't there?
yeah, there was.
Are they still around? Do they still do their thing?
I don't know.
I don't think they've made anything in a while.
Huh. You know, I wish Pony Phonic made more work more often.
They
They
made
made some last
4
month.
total videos.
He did?
Yeah, it was in the top 10. It was number 4.
What was it?
Twilight's Journey.
I had no idea he
I
released
think we
something.
showed it on the show.
I must have missed it then. Wow. It was to show you how much I really, truly care. Alright, let's move on to the next. This is by So Great and Powerful, it's RD/RA. And Paleo, you said that this is like the first of many, right?
Yeah.
Like, isn't there gonna be a song for each one of the main 6?
No, for each shipping pair of the main 6.
I'm sorry, who is RA?
Rarity.
Okay, let's listen to this song then.
That was just R was for Rarity.
Yeah.
Rah rah rah.
It's just
I think
I've got Brony power. Rah 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 rah.
You'll never be as good as Thunderblow, and you know it.
I know.
You
I
know
can't.
it. Just stop.
I can't do
Just
it.
give up on your dreams, alright? And you blog it. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. That art. Wait, there are people who ship Rarity with Rimba Dash? That's never even like crossed my mind as a couple.
Why not? It's so terrible that it becomes good.
I had no idea.
I don't know. I'm not into shipping at all. I'm just here for the ride that never ends.
You know, I believe if there's any kind of God, it wouldn't be in any of us.
It's a girl.
Not you or me. But just this little space in between.
Who's that? Oh snap! R&B here.
He's about to use samples here in a little bit.
Oh, sure. You should contact these artists. What did he sample? ICP?
I'll be the one.
You'll be the one, BVids.
Insane Clown Posse samples.
I'm the type.
Ooh, I like that.
I'll be the one. I'm the type. I'm the type. I'll be the one. I'm the type. I'm the type. I'll be the one. I'm the type. I'm the type. I'll be the one. 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 I'm the type. I'm the type. Just one way. I'm the type. I'm the type. Just one way. I'll be the one. I'm the type. I'm the type. Just one way. I'll be the one. I'm the type. I'm the type. Just one way. I'll be the one.
I'll be the one, Saber.
I actually thought that was part of the song for a second. I'm like, ah!
I'll be the one.
I'll be the one!
I'll be the one.
Yeah, for you!
Brony Breakdown.
Let's move on to videos. That's RDRA by So Great and Powerful and his very interesting brand of music that you know, I could listen to a bunch of songs on the lineup, but I could pick his out no problem. He's got a very distinguished sound. Alright, time for videos of the week. Ooh, Lemmy Lason made something? Alright,
Made a couple things.
This is called Something's Afoot in the Streets of Ponyville by Lemmy Lason, who is a very funny PMVer.
Yes.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm sorry, what?
Cadence was up there.
Alright, next we have Diabetes for Discord. Oh, I didn't know Obi made something as of late. This is by Obi-san.
Yeah, you just released that today, so.
I didn't know. Alright, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
More me?
More me? More me? More me? More me?
He just turned into a spider beyond, like in front of my eyes, and I just got terrified instead of a cuteness attack.
That is a thing. More
He's
me?
like-
More me?
More me?
Ohana means more me.
A lot of short videos this week. This is Moonlight by, I didn't know Monty made some too. Ali Monty. I think Monty's consistently made something every single week for our shows. Like,
Yeah.
Seriously, she knows how to crank out the content. Oh, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Moonlight, moonlight, fireflies awake. Make a wish and do a little shake.
She's blind. Alright,
What?
let's move on to the next one.
Oh.
I still can't get over the fact that someone hasn't made a video of like Snowjob like messing up like in the kitchen or something, or just like she's talking to somebody and it's like, you know, I'm glad you know how I feel, and just a rock next to her or something. Like not in like, you know,
Somebody should do that now.
It'd be in good taste, like funny gag humor like that. Snowjob, you're not a Pegasus, you're an Earth pony. Ah. Alright.
I love Tenacious D.
This is called My Little Pony Wings by Rainbow.
Yeah,
Double Rainbow
Rainbow
Dash.
Dash, who's been making a lot of animations recently.
Good. Animations are a new thing. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look at this! I've got dragon wings! I can fly all over the place! Now, if only I could breathe fire.
Oh, wow, where'd you get them?
What's this from?
Oh, I found them in a pile of bones. Yeah, I just pulled them out and stuck them under my back here. They tickled for a while, but now they feel great. And they look fantastic.
That's Oxhorn!
That's cool. Hey, how do you like my horn?
What, the one sticking out of the middle of your face?
No, the other one.
I don't see another one.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, yeah, it looks nice.
That's Oxhorn. I knew that voice. That's Oxhorn. That's great. Alright, that is My Little Pony Wings. What's this? Why is Apple Bloom crying? Huh. She's sad. Alright. Next, we have 3 more. This is by Galaxy Art. It's called Eternity's Ends. Guns. But how does eternity end? It's forever. Eternity's End, Whispers from the Moon. Y'all ready to watch it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You sure
My
about it?
body was made ready.
Is it? 3, 2, 1, go.
Celestia. 1,000 years. I remember when we were just fillies. No matter how fast I ran, I could never catch up to you.
It's a sea star, watch out!
Shista, watch out.
You were like
You
the
want
crown of the
Krogan?
tree, basking in the sunlight. I was the root, growing in the darkness of your shadow. What did you think of me? Hey, sister. What was I
Nothing.
to you?
Oh my god. That's so... It's beautiful. Because we'll find out we'll find out in season 4 that none of this Alicorn stuff even matters, that they're probably unicorns and Pegasus who got their horns and wings from being magical. I'd be upset over that. I'd be so angry. Yeah, that's a good video. Yeah. So I tell ya, if you wanna go for feels, you have to be an orphaned Rainbow Dash or a very sentimental group of siblings, Celestia and Luna. I'm surprised no one's made an animation about like their parents. Very surprised. I mean, don't y'all think by now somebody would have made something like King Galaxis and Queen Solaris? They die.
Say, you know what you should do? You should tell your story that you told us last night.
I will do it at the end of the show. I will do it at the end of the show.
Yes.
I will. Alright. And somebody will probably call me out in the chat. This is know it. Alright, this is Noteworthy trailer by Crown Prince. This is a minute and this is 2 minutes long almost.
Yeah,
let's,
it's pretty funny though.
Let's watch
but-
it. It's 2 minute long animation. I'm gonna have to watch it. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Remember when Discord or when Twilight went through Discord's world? That was like the most mind-blowing animation I ever saw. And now it's like nothing compared to this stuff. Not this in particular. But Octavia.
Look at those noodly appendages.
Even after all I've been through, you never see me in the spotlight.
You saved me.
It's what I do.
It's censored.
Sweet potatoes and gravy, it's hideous! Oh, really sick. Oh, why, merciful Luna, why my eyes?
Oh, he's the one-eyed guy.
Yeah.
You seem familiar.
You don't know me.
Let me use my blade wings to scratch my
I don't understand what's going on.
Glass
I don't understand either.
have no lenses.
How does he do that?
I have no idea.
I saw a strange pony by the forest. There's nothing noteworthy about him.
I am sorry, what?
This is a fan fiction taken too far.
Careful, hero. You don't know what you're getting into.
I have coming never. Literally have no idea what just happened. No idea. Not a clue.
You do now. You do now.
Don't! I still don't. This is
Hail, Jimmy.
It's about time.
It's about
It was the most beautiful thing ever conceived by mankind, Jimmy. Noteworthy trailer by Crown Prince. We have one more video this week. Oh, indeed. I told you, Monty works fast, and so does Carl. Galaxy Arts. This is. Am I looking at the wrong video? There we go.
Wait, it is the wrong video. Hold on. Let me fix that.
About to say. Makes it awesome. I'll find it.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'll find it.
And just stop screaming like a hooker. Jeez. Wait, where'd it go? I think he took it down.
Did he? No, he didn't. It's right there. I just put it in the chat.
All right, here we go. This
Yeah.
is Play Like Pinkie Pie in PC Redux.
Yeah, by No Ponies On.
Let's watch it. You all ready?
Yes.
You all ready to go? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Isn't this exciting? Are you excited? Because I'm
So
excited. I've never been
begins.
so excited. Well, except for the time that I saw you walking into town and I went.
I like that he used Raby's remix.
Me too.
Yeah.
What's Rudy's been up to?
It's a work in progress.
Nothing. He's living in Romania.
Back in the day when SharePoint was like making legendary PMVs.
Yeah, I remember I used to use those for intros to my SyncTube sessions.
You know who I want to talk to on Skype one of these days is Hax Mega.
Oh yeah.
Like, that guy's a
Hax
hero.
Mega?
He's the guy who, since day one when I got into this fandom, he would live stream from his TV or his computer all the MLP episodes. Like, there were a couple of people who you go to watch the episodes. There was Zyro, but Max Mega was consistently good. Like, his streams never died. That's who...
I always went to the Philly Sync too, which had Nervash and them doing it, and they did it well. They also had probably one of the largest turnouts.
How many?
Stream. Several thousand sometimes.
Hax Mega one time clocked in around one of the finales, and he had 6,000 or so people. I was like, wow. He's a cool guy. I'm going to talk to him one of these days. I hope to see him come back during season 4.
It was a different time in the fandom.
That was just a couple months ago.
You shut your mouth.
Back when the fandom was holy and good.
Back when SingTube was still alive.
SingTube was a
too
thing.
Soon, too soon.
Alright guys, that is it for this week for content. Let me go ahead and post the link into the chat. I'm not sure there's a moderator here who can pause the chat for me. I'm too lazy to look up the command. Sketchy, you around it all, Sketch?
Why did you just remember it?
Shining Armor, thank you so much. That is the link to the content. Y'all enjoy. For those who come for content, we'll see you all next week. Y'all want to go get some water or use the bathroom or whatever, and we can open up Tumblr and just dick around for a bit? I guess? No?
Yeah.
Link into the chat.
I've got a link
Tumblr.
now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool, they all go. Alright, that's good to go. You can fix the stream now if you want, or the stream, so you can pause if you want to. I think you already did.
The stream.
The stream. Cool, thanks guys. And until then, we'll wait for the questions to come in. And then I'll close this episode with telling my story.
Oh.
You'll
Bad
love it.
story.
You'll love it. It's good. It's a good story. Alright. We'll give it about a minute or two.
Man, I hate it when I have to sneeze, but then it just keeps teasing me.
Good.
Jeez.
Don't be such a tease to me, please.
I love this picture, even though, like, if you don't read the title, it might not be as good, but I still love the concept.
Oh! The title is I'm a Year Older Than You. For the chat.
Rainbow has the X's on there, and like, there's so many people writing in the comments going, "What do the X's mean?" I'm like, bro, you haven't been to the bar enough. You haven't been to the bar. You haven't been to the bar enough. You don't know. Birdies these days, they don't know.
They don't know. That's great.
We
That's
had
great.
Alex S. What a birdie.
We had unanimous delivers, not a clever pony.
We had Cryospawn.
Pinkie Pie swear. What do Bronies have to this day?
Nothing.
Nothing. They don't know. They
Dragon Jar was a good episode.
What's the progress on that, by the way?
I've got all the sketches done now. I just need to put it on the computer and actually like trace it out.
That's gonna be so great.
It was a good episode. He's wearing a fedora instead of the hat that just says "get" on it.
That's great.
This board used to be
Alex
good.
S's
Now
pictures.
it's good. We had
Brown
Alex
guy.
S, Pinkie Pie swear, not a clever pony. We had Correspond. We had
Everybody's
Kyrus.
these days have nothing.
All's lost.
All's lost.
Correspond. If she don't know about Correspond, she's too young for you, dude. She's too young for you. Oh god. All right, Tumblr. Haley, got any questions?
Yes. Somebody asked, what do we think of the Comic-Con exclusive this year?
I know nothing of it.
I suppose they're talking about the vinyl scratch thing.
I had no knowledge of it, so I guess nothing.
We showed it on the show. Do you not pay attention?
Wait, the toy or the card?
The toy.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, go out and buy it.
You can't buy it.
Or go
Wait,
get
yeah,
it.
you can.
I don't know. Go on eBay.
You can only buy it at Comic-Con.
Well, there you go. All I can say is Comic-Con exclusives are tend to run high on eBay. So if you're going to
Yeah,
Comic-Con,
get one and then sell it on eBay.
yeah, there you go. All right, next.
Okay. Let's see.
We'll do questions for about 20 minutes, and I'll do my story, then we'll close out.
Yeah. Tell us about how Lightning Hoof got his cootie mark.
Oh man, Lightning
I said
Hoof.
cootie.
Do you really want to touch that troubled past story, man?
No, he currently is in cryogenic sleep. Ever since he defeated Sombra and he almost died in combat, not Thunderblue, Lightning Hoof had to crawl into cryogenic sleep, and he said, "Wake me when you need me," and he went to sleep.
His Cortana AI
He'll return when Thunderblue returns, and they'll do epic combat.
They'll clash hooves.
They'll clash hooves on Tumblr and reblog each other. Make way for Thunderblue.
Make it booty quick.
Throw around.
Okay. That was awkward.
Yes, and welcome.
Continue.
This one's strange
Yes.
or interesting. You get attacked by a man eating a horse. Or no, a man eating horse. I thought it said a man eating a horse.
Who hasn't been there?
North Georgia.
No, you get attacked by a man eating horse,
Okay.
and you need to give one reference to My Little Pony. What would it be and why?
I'm sorry, what? One reference?
Yeah, you need to give one reference.
As in, like, it's about to kill me and I give it a, like,
Yeah.
I quote the show?
I guess.
I don't know. That's a weird question. I got attacked by a man-eating horse.
It's gonna eat you. You gotta say something from the
I
show.
wouldn't be talking, I'd be running.
No, if you say something to the show, he won't eat you.
Oh, I guess I'd say, I don't know what went wrong.
This isn't complaining. This is dying.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's from the show, isn't it? This is my fortune. People will follow on Twitter. That'd be pretty funny if someone actually made that, where Rarity's complaining about getting like feedback. It's negative on social media sites. All right, next question.
Is there anyone involved with the show you guys haven't met you really want to? Or if you have met everyone, what is your favorite meeting experience?
That's a good question. Does anybody want to jump in and go for it first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go.
Let's hear it, BVids.
The only person that I really want to meet still, that I haven't met, is Zikora's voice actor, actually, because I've seen everyone else. But I would say that currently my favorite, and the reason I want to see Zikora's voice actor is because she's just got such an awesome voice. It's just like, it's pretty unique to the show and everything. Yeah, Brenda Critchlow. The other thing is Peter New has to be one of the coolest people to hang out with when you're at a con. He's just really open. He'll walk up to you and just say, hey, what's up and what's going on? And he'll take time out of his day to just do stuff. The other ones seem to be like a little bit more on edge sometimes, like the bigger names, but he just seems pretty down to earth. He'll be like, yeah, let's go get a drink at the bar, and you know, he's a pretty nice guy. Andrew Francis too. I guess they're like bros pretty much.
I completely agree. I can back that up with a story of my own. When we were in Carolina Gardens in Ohio, the last day we went to the VA's hotel, because they stayed at a different hotel than the one we were at, and we got to have drinks and talk to Andrew Francis and Lee Tokar and Kathy Westlock, and Andrew Francis is such a dude. Like he's always smiling, always having a good time. You know, you can say his name, he'll be like, "Yeah, what's up, dude?" and wave back at you. And a lot of the big names, I guess they're a little bit more, I won't say on edge, but I don't know. The guys tend to put their guard down and have a bit more fun. I get that vibe from them. Go figure. I don't know why. Like Peter knew it. If Fiesta Equestria was chatting with me and Race and BVids like buds.
Dude, he thumb warred Race, and then what was the other thing that we did? We were just like chilling out, and we told him that Tumblr or the Twitter story about all of his faces getting like photoshopped, and he was just like, "That was amazing." It's like
you get this vibe that they aren't just trying to
Like, you know, it's real. It's not like, oh, how's it going? Cool, nice to meet you, person who I won't remember your name ever again. No, like Peter and Lee and Andrew will actually like sit down with you and have a drink and will be interested, genuinely interested in who you are and what you do and what you have to say. And the people like that who take the time to talk to their, not even, like they don't even treat us like fans. They treat us like people, which is really nice. Not saying that the other people on the show don't do the same. Just saying that Peter knew.
Because newsflash, Saber, we are people.
Exactly.
And they just realize.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, and as far as getting to meet people, I mean, I've already met Lauren, but it wasn't for very long. I'd love to meet her again and just talk to her. I mean, if I could have an hour with that lady and just talk to her about what she does and what she thinks, that'd be awesome. Because she isn't that kind of person where she's like, you know, got the spotlight on me, look at me. She isn't like that. She prefers to just create stuff and make something that's good for people to enjoy. A lot of respect.
Can I pick somebody who's not on the show?
Sure. Okay, if that's the case, then I want to throw out the name Grey Delisle. She's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, now that you mentioned that, I want to mention two, because one was John DiMaggio. John DiMaggio, because he was at Candlelight Gardens, and we never got a chance to interview him, even though we wanted to.
He was a busy guy.
So, yeah. So, I would like to meet him, and I'd also like to meet Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls. He seems like a really cool guy.
Agreed. He likes to post a lot of art in his Twitter and Tumblr and stuff. You see his one where he's saying, come by and visit us at Comic-Con? And had, like, Mabel and the characters dressed up in, like, different, like, sci-fi outfits.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Someone messaged me on the AFN chat, if we would like to talk to, Bonnie.
Do you? Do you really?
Bonnie Zacharel? I forget how to say her name.
You could. I mean, I can invite her over if you really want to talk to her.
That'd be interesting.
Oh my gosh, it's thundering and lightning outside.
You sound like you just fell from the bookshelf.
Yeah, no, that was the actual thunderstorm.
I actually would love to talk to Bonnie. I would want to do it later this year when I have less on my plate and give her like a really strong interview that can get a lot out of her. Not like extort stuff, but give her a good interview. She can say, I felt good about that.
I'll introduce you as that guy who spent too much time doing things for this.
This guy's got pink eye. Oh.
He's got pink eye. Watch out for him, Sharknado.
Pink eye NATO.
Okay, here's a question from Gavin. Do you think John Delancey has ditched the fandom because of the Brony doc?
Nah, I think he's just busy with other things.
Yeah.
And that's me being like fair. I have all the reason. I'm gonna take that back. Like, in my position with what I do with the documentary, I could have ill will towards him, being like, it's the other documentary, I don't like him. But no, John Delancey's a good guy. I think
it doesn't really look like he's that involved with the other documentary at the moment.
No, he's not. I think he's moved on to do other work because he's a busy guy. Don't forget he's a pretty big name in the sci-fi circuit, so he's out and about trying to get other jobs and other acting roles and things like that. So he's a busy dude. Yeah. I think he still likes Bronies a lot. I think he enjoys Bronies' company and thinks they're fascinating people. And he still, I think the documentary and how it was received kind of knocked some air out of him. And then LPU followed up after that, and that kind of knocked some more air out of him. But I think he still likes Bronies. He's going to Buck. Don't forget, he's going
because he was going to go last year, but he didn't, so he's going this year.
Hopefully he's going so he can spend time and have fun at the con.
But Tom just told me on Skype that another couple people that they're actually going to BronyCon that I would like to meet are Katie Cook and Andy Price for the comics.
I walked past them a couple times when I was at LPU. They seem like cool folks.
Yeah, I like the comics, so I'd like to meet them.
I want to see M.A. Larson again and yell at him. Be like, Larson, you've done it. You've last straw. Stop ruining this fandom.
Yeah. Here's a question from Henmo. Dragon Con is in your neck of the woods, Saber. You attending?
I would like to this year, yes. I'm going to go to one of those
when is it this year?
I think it's in October, I believe.
Let's see, Dragon Con.
That's the big one in Atlanta, which it's got like what 40,000 people who go there. I forget. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go there.
It's a multi-genre.
Actually, it's from August 30th to September 2nd.
Yeah, I want to check that out because I've never been to a big multi-genre convention before. Heck, outside of My Little Pony, I've never been to any other kind of convention at all. So I would love to go and check it out. Might be some bronies there. I can be like, Georgia Bronies, you exist.
Yeah, there probably would be. Like at big anime conventions, there's usually like a lot of pony people.
Contingencies. Walking. I should just dress up as a Homestuck and just piss people off. Fucking golf convention. It's like Homestuck goes to every convention ever.
Yeah, from what I've heard, Homestucks are like the most hated like fan at a convention.
That could be like a John Deere convention with like rednecks talking about their tractors, and there'd be a Homestuck guy walk around in the Gamesy outfit honking a horn. Like, go away! You don't belong here. Someone should make a video about that.
I found this GIF on Tumblr of this kid moonwalking back into MJ, and it's like that awkward moment when you moonwalk into Michael Jackson, and it turns out that kid is Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's Carlton?
Yeah. It's Carlton when he was little.
Check that out. Dude, I miss Michael Jackson.
Think about the 90s. That's when Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was active, so he was about like 20-something, and that would have put that back in like in the 80s when he was a little... moonwalking.
I miss Michael Jackson, I do. That man had style. Shit may deteriorated the way he did, but whatever. Alright, next question.
Here's a question from the Jorkan. Says Paleo, what was your... What you were really trying to say with your not taking things seriously thing is that if you don't take things seriously about everything, then you kind of undermine it, and then sometimes some things need to be taken seriously. If that's what you're trying to say, I agree. There are things that need to be taken seriously, like say running a convention and keeping to contracts, but not small petty things. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I mean.
Me too.
I don't know, we're just continue.
Level up.
First and finish.
Oh, who are you most excited to see at BronyCon?
You guys.
Yeah, you got it.
You guys.
I look forward to seeing me too.
That's probably the best. Like, I don't care about the VAs. I don't care about these other people. I'm just talking about this close group of friends that I've made, and that's what you should all want to go to. If you've ever had Skype groups and things like that, and you guys are going, be excited about meeting each other and having a good time, because that's going to be what makes your con, not the one panel, something like that. It's going to be your friends and the people you make connections with.
Likewise.
I'm most excited about seeing dolphins.
Get out.
This is true, dude.
Just go away.
We're gonna have a good time with the dolphins.
Okay, I can name off people I look forward to seeing. Rob Bob, of course, you BVids and Paleo, Irasashi, AC Rays Best, Monty, Galaxy Art. I really, really, really hope that Black Griffin can make it, guys. There's a chance he can make it. There's a chance.
Dude, you haven't even said Jack's Blade. How do you think he
Jack's he lives there.
You all didn't say him either.
You didn't say Jay Howler.
Jack's Blade. I'm sorry, I was getting to the Jays next. All right, Jack's Blade, Jay Holler, Draft, Dave, Nash. All right, get off my back. All right, I didn't hear you all naming anybody of your close friends off. Horrible people.
What are you talking about,
horrible.
dude?
Looking forward to seeing DB Pony and Brony Curious.
You've already named all of them, and I don't know Brony Curious that well, but I'll probably see him there.
So many people. So many people I look forward to seeing. All right, so shut up. Am I gonna go?
I'll crush your soul.
Listen, I got my close friends, and I look forward to seeing them. I do.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting
DB Pony,
question.
shut up.
Here.
All right, what's up?
Okay.
Okay.
Just read the question.
Okay, another question from Gavin. If all of you could go to E3 and Comic-Con, would you? But wait, there's a catch. Both conventions conflict with BronyCon and Equestria LA.
Yes, I would still go.
Yeah, because I've already gone to BronyCon and Equestria LA twice now, so...
I guess actually no, still fall on to who's going, because even if I do go to Comic-Con or E3, E3 is just gonna be me playing a bunch of demos of games I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not a hardcore gamer, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Once against the people, so yeah, and there's Disneyland.
Cool and exclusive now because of how fast it sells out, but there's no reason for me to go to Comic-Con. I'm not a huge comic reader.
The thing is, Equestria LA.
Yeah.
If it happens around the same time as E3, like they're just like really close to each other. So couldn't you go to both?
Yeah, we'll go to all of them. All right, next question.
That's not what the question implies.
Ignore the question. All right, next question. Next question. Let's hear it up.
Okay.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
If you were to fight a giant crab, who would win?
Based
You
on
would-
actual historical events, I don't know.
Based on you're in 19th century.
I'd use a steampunk rifle and shoot it in the face.
Oh yeah.
How about this? All right, we'll do another round of questions. Like we'll do 2 or 3
Wait,
more.
aren't you supposed to tell your story?
Yeah, I didn't tell my story here, so we'll do 3 more questions, and not tell my story, and we'll close out.
Okay.
Are there any more questions left, Paleo?
Okay. Oh. Opinion on hipster bronies.
They don't exist.
Hipster bronies!
And the hipster bronies!
And the hipster bronies!
And the moderator bronies! And the hipster bronies!
And the hipster.
And the
moderator bronies.
And the picket sisters.
BVids, aren't you a hipster brony?
Yeah.
Since you were there first.
I will murder you to it.
You're browsing codes at hipster brony?
Paleo.
I was browsing the hipster.
You know what's
bronies.
really sad right now? I'm wearing a plaid flannel shirt, and I just
in the summertime.
fuck you. Oh, sorry. I have my iPod earbuds in my ear, and I have my flannel shirt on and my moccasins, and you can just
So you are a hipster brony.
shut up.
You are a hipster brony.
PG guys, I know it's PG. I said I'm sorry. I'm gonna go drink my Starbucks now. While I wait. Right. and my-
Listen to those vinyl records because you don't have a record player. It's like the art. Yeah, hipster bronies was a term used during the Brony documentary, the other one, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out what a hipster brony is. It sounds like it's a random coin term that they came up with just to say, to make an excuse to not include 4chan and Co. and B. Because they were the ones who actually discovered the fandom and got it going, not hipster bronies who were browsing Co.
Yeah, I'm past that. She's so mainstream. Get her out of here with her juice boxes. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's up?
Question to BVids.
Mm.
What's your favorite pony?
What's my favorite pony? I know who's asking this, and I'm not gonna say who, but anyways, it's actually Applejack now.
Ew.
Oh.
No, I'm not even kidding. She's the most relatable. She's hardworking. She cares about her family. She's independent and strong and honest. I mean, what's not to like about Applejack? Everyone's going all like, oh, she's background photo. She hasn't had an episode since season 1. That's bull. Bull. She's a good character.
Yeah, and all her.
She says Rainbow Dash just because she's fast, awesome, and loyal. She was the first favorite, and now I've decided that it's Applejack.
I love Applejack's character development. You know, the one time she actually did something, and that was it. And now they've lost any writing room.
You know,
because-
speaking of Applejack, they released a micro comic for Applejack recently, and it's like the same exact story from the show. Of
they
like,
need to figure out more
oh,
stories for her then, like more, like I guess.
It's like, oh, you're working, you only want to do stuff by yourself. You don't want any help. It's the same thing.
She needs to do something where like they should do one where she's like afraid of spiders. I don't know. Do it. All right. So next
Okay.
question.
Okay. On topic of that hipster brony thing, do you think that there are people who do only like the show because it's a fad and will hop the train as soon as it's no longer popular?
No, there's been no
Yeah.
evidence of that
I don't know.
so far. At least not successfully. Like, Alex S. joined because he actually, and he still does, like the show. He only left though because he just felt like he needed to for a career in music, because a lot of record labels won't take him seriously. He's like, yeah, I'm using samples from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It's all fine and good if he's like made songs in the past, but like honestly, you can't kid yourself and say I can make pony music forever and that's gonna make me like, you know, successful as a musician.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
He also wants people to like his music for his music, not because he's using a certain subject.
Yeah. But I've never seen anyone like go like, I'm just joining this Brony craze to just take off with its popularity. Like, the only person who's ever actually been successful with doing something else outside of this, like in music, is Archie, because he got signed. But that's also traditionally because he made actually good like house music. So I feel like he kind of deserved it.
There you go. All right, let's do one last question, and then I'll do my story.
No, I think it's time for your story.
All right, cool. Let me turn my fan off here so I can tell it. Now, I'm sure someone in chat will probably call me out on this, and if they do know this story, all right, if somebody in this chat knows this story, then please don't spoil it. I'll give credit where credit is due at the end. So please, for the sake of a laugh, do not spoil it, okay? So, I have this idea for a sci-fi, for a show, okay? If I ever made it big, let's say if I won the lottery and won like $1 billion, okay? I'm not going to spend it on a yacht or a mansion or a fancy car. I'm going to keep living the modest lifestyle I'm currently living, you know. Might pay off some...
In an apartment with your mom.
Yeah, you know, modesty, you know. Humble. And, but I would spend my money on on the greatest TV show ever made. Like the greatest piece of cinema ever made. It'd be a sci-fi TV show. Okay? But it won't be like, you know, Doctor Who or Firefly. This is going to be epic. It's going to be enormous. I'm putting all my money into this. All of it. Okay? So, it's going to be about... This is the setting for the show. It's going to be the future. And humans have explored multiple parts of the galaxy. There are solar systems now have sprouted up that are controlled by humans, and humans have been able to go out into the stars and even start meeting other alien lives and other alien species who've come to peace with humans. But because it's so far away, like you have solar systems that are so far away from other solar systems, there's a lack of communication. They're not all coordinated, and they're not all on the same page. Like there are some that lose contact with other civilizations of humanity. So it's up to Captain Cam to deliver news back and forth between different solar systems in his spaceship that's been modified to travel quickly through space to relay information back and forth, because radio waves go too slow. His ship, though, is designed to go fast, and through him and his crew can they share information between other solar systems. So Captain Cam is this, you know, chiseled chin, handsome, just space captain, okay? And he's got this pet Saint Bernard called Lucky. That's his pet dog, his good friend. And in the cold and vastness of space, he has his team. I forget the name of the girl. I still need to come up with a better name for her. But she's an engineer. She's kind of the love interest. But she doesn't really give into her love and lust for Captain Cam, and the same for him, because they know that they have a job to do, to get the news back and forth between the different kingdoms and civilizations of humans. So, here's season 1, okay? This is how it begins. Okay, we know the setting, where there's certain civilizations that are far and split up from other humans. And some of these civilizations and solar systems start splitting off and creating their own factions. You have rebellions popping up and splitting off from the United Federation. And the United Federation is trying to keep everything together and try to squash these rebellions and keep humanity together as one alliance. But a lot of these rebellions are popping up because they don't care about these other solar systems because they aren't hearing anything from them. Well, one day, and at the main planet for humanity, another alien shows up. It's one of their allied aliens. And he delivers this news. He says, all other alien species in the galaxy and universe have been wiped out. Humans are all that remain. There is a foe coming here right now called the Nameless. and they want to destroy all life, and you're next. You have to stop them. And the alien's like, there is no hope. We couldn't stop them. You guys most likely won't stop them, but I'm giving this information anyway. I've returned back to my planet to die. So the alien left, and the humans are confused, like, what's going on? Who are the Nameless? And the next day, in front of the humans' capital planet, a single organic spaceship shows up in orbit. And this ship is unlike anything they've ever seen. It's organic by nature. It doesn't have the same thrusters as other human ships have. It's completely unknown. They don't know anything about it. And the premier battleship, space cruiser of the United Federation, soars up into the sky to confront this unknown enemy. And this flagship is enormous. It's a battleship. It is the mothership, the flagship of all of humanity. And it's saying, surrender now. Unknown spaceship, surrender now. Well, this unknown spaceship, a red light starts brightening up in front of it as its holorays come to life. And then, in a split second, the human battleship has been destroyed. Gone. It's dead. That one laser beam from the holorays of that scout ship destroyed the main battleship of humanity. And that was a scout ship, mind you. A lone scout ship from the Nameless that then turned around and took off into space. And the humans of the capital world were just in disbelief. They had no idea what just hit them. They just lost their main spaceship and to this new foe. And that's where season 1 ends. Season 2 begins where Captain Cam is given the duty, the order, to go and talk to the other solar systems in the galaxy with humans, to combine them, to pass the news on that the Nameless are coming, and that humans need to join forces in order to stop this new foe. And these rebellions in other solar systems, they don't know of the Nameless. They had no idea the Nameless exist. So they're waging a war right now with the United Federation, having a grand civil war, battling back and forth. And thanks to Captain Cam and his efforts, he was able to pass this information of the Nameless on to the leaders of the rebellions and gain their allegiance. Of course, there was much bloodshed and battles before that was concluded, but the rebellions finally gave up their pursuit of splitting off and said, okay, for now, we will stop fighting and we will work together with the United Federation to stop the Nameless. Only together could humans stop this new foe. Season 3. The main capital planet of humans is invaded. The Nameless show up with their fleets. And despite the fleets from the United Federation to meet in glorious combat, it wasn't enough. The battleships and cruisers and frigates from the Nameless were just too powerful, and they decimated the United Federation's fleet. It was destroyed. And on that planet was a man named the Archive. And he was the man with all the knowledge of humanity. He was the smartest man who ever lived. He was pretty much like an archive. And the Nameless kidnapped him and was pretty much saying, tell us exactly where the rest of humanity is hiding. Because the rest of humanity is scattered across the galaxy. They didn't know exactly where they were. And the Nameless, these nasty insectoid-like creatures, were trying to get information out of the Archive, but he refused to tell them. So, Captain Cam and his crew had the duty, were charged with the task of finding the Archive and bringing him back to humanity. Because the Archive, though he was captured, he said, there might be a way for me to learn from our foes while I'm being kept in prison and discover their weakness. So the Archive busied himself trying to discover what weaknesses the Nameless have. And throughout this entire pursuit, the rest of humanity is trying to fall back to other planets to regather their forces and try to save their species, while the Nameless kept pushing forward and eradicating other human planets. So Captain Cam was able to find the Nameless fleet and decoyed his ship. Like, his ship was covered up like an alien, like a Nameless ship, and he was able to infiltrate their fleet and actually break into the capital ship of the Nameless and try to save the Archive. But the Archive, by that time, it was too late. He was going to be killed. The Nameless said, listen, Archive, either you tell us where the rest of humanity is hiding, or we kill you. And in a last-ditch effort, the Archive gave the wrong coordinates to the Nameless, and the Nameless fleet went in that direction. And actually, also, they killed the archive because they discovered that he was lying to them, and they killed him. And what's sad is the archive actually discovered the weakness to defeating the Nameless. He actually discovered how to defeat them, but he was never able to relay that information over to the rest of the humans. And Captain Cam and his team were never able to rescue the archive. They had to fall back to the other planets with the rebellion. Well, by this time, it's Season 4. All of humanity has been destroyed, except for a few other planets. And there's a junkyard planet the rest of the humans have went to hide and hope that maybe the Nameless will browse over this planet and forget about it, or they'll skip it, or ignore it, or not even discover it. And that in hiding, humans could repopulate and maybe come back one day to explore the stars. But for now, they wanted to go into hiding to hide from this devastating foe. So, Captain Cam and his broken ship and the rest of the humans are on this planet. It's wintertime. It's almost nearing Christmas, actually. One of humanity's most sacred holidays that still persists. Not to all humanity.
Walmart has taken full control over Santa priorities.
To their culture, it was the one time for them to believe that, love and goodwill, these are things that represent humanity. Let's not forget them. So they're trying to have their holiday on the planet, trying to kindle whatever hope they have left, and then a single scout ship pops up over orbit. It's the exact same scout ship that discovered humanity to begin with. The exact same one. And all the humans on the planet started to panic and freak out. They thought, oh no, this is the end. Our species will be discovered and destroyed. If this scout ship returns back to their fleet, they'll find us, and humans will be wiped out, and there'll be no other species left in the galaxy besides the Nameless. So, Captain Cam took charge of the situation. He said, we have got to stop this scout. And him and the other humans and the engineer girl, they started putting together a ship. They're ripping off chrome and pieces of trash and armor off of the junkyard planet stuff. There were vending machines and old Chryslers and relics of the past that they were using to make a makeshift spaceship that could fly into space and hopefully destroy, with a small chance of success, but hopefully destroy the scout ship. It's all they had left. If they couldn't stop the scout ship, humanity was done. So, Captain Cam, in disbelief, the ship was able to get off the ground and launch into space, and it's taking off through the clouds into orbit to battle with the Nameless ship. The Nameless ship sees it on its radar. It's charging up its holораys. These holораys, by the way, are deadly weapons. They can pierce any armor, any plating, just blow it up. Nothing can withstand their lasers. That's why the humans couldn't win. That's why the other aliens couldn't win. The holораys could pierce any armor. Nothing could stop it. All the humans looked up into the skies, looking at the contrail from the ship, praying that, against all hope, that Captain Cam could stop the Nameless ship. They're on a collision course. The Nameless ship charging up its holораys, bright red. Captain Cam flying towards it at blistering speed. The holoray fires its laser, and it's deflected off the armor. Just deflected. Did nothing. The hull of the human ship opens up and fires off a primitive rocket, and direct hit blows up the scout ship. The Nameless ship was destroyed, blown up, defeated. All the humans are cheering on the ground. Yes! Yay! Finally! Against all hope, we have victory! We've destroyed a Nameless ship. We stopped them from discovering our planet. And Captain Cam's ship returns back to surface, and all the humans are surrounding it and cheering in disbelief, because they did not understand why the holoray did not destroy his ship. He gets out of his ship. His Saint Bernard runs up. Lucky runs up to him and starts licking his arm. And Captain Cam picks a knee and puts his face near the dog and says quietly, in a whisper, "There's still hope. There's still hope." And then the girl engineer runs up to him. Her smile made him warm on that cool winter morning. And she goes, What happened? What did you do? How did you stop the holorays? And he grabbed her and brought her close to him and tilted her chin up. Both their breaths intermixing in the winter cold. her eyes glistening. And he says, as he puts his hand on the ship plating, as he puts his hand on the hull of the ship, he says, well, there's no plate like chrome for the holorays.
It's the worst joke you've ever told, and I love it. For how bad it is, everyone got trolled. Now the chat implodes.
No plates like chrome for the holorays, aka no place like home for the holidays. By the way, that joke's
On the floor, everybody do it dinosaur.
that joke isn't mine. That joke belongs to the wonderful Day 9. That's his joke. That's his joke. He's the one who came up with it, not mine. I heard it on one of his podcasts. I told it to Hirasashi and DB Pony and Paleo and BVids last night, and they all laughed and said they hated me. And I figured I'd tell the chat here. Oh, guys. You know I love you. On that note, guys, let's close out the episode. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
See you. Actually, will we see you?
I have a laptop and I have a mic, so yes, I will be around for the next Brony Breakdown. I'm actually going out of town, guys, for a trip with my family, but I'll still be around online. So we'll see you guys next time. BVids, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
What is your show exactly? It's called Post My Video. What time does it air?
Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Very good.
Yeah, so right before our show.
We will be on next week for sure because Jay will not be taking care of a whole host of VFN staff that got kind of dumped on him.
Yeah, he's doing a good thing. He's
he's
good
doing
friend.
really good things for that. So
Cool. All right, guys. We'll catch you all next time. See you. See you.
See you.
I was gonna say see you later, but I sound like see you. All right, bye.
Bye.